everybody, how are you? Joe Ruffino here, PizzaFellas podcast. We're here, 2025 Orlando Pizza Summit, and we just finished up. We're coming back. We just found another guest we want to talk to, me and Antonio. We call Fernando, right? Fernando. So Fernando's going to tell you his story, because Fernando's from Argentina, but he's got a real nice story to bang off us here at the conference. Go ahead, Fernando.
So I was born in Buenos Aires, Argentina. My dad had a pizzeria. It was called Traca Traca.
Okay.
Traca Traca.
Yeah.
That's a nice name.
And then when we moved to the United States, just like any immigrant, my father worked at anything that he could find, sometimes 2 or 3 different jobs.
How old were you when? How old?
I was 10 years old.
When you came? Okay.
Right.
And how old are you now?
52.
Okay.
All right. So you're 42 years here. Yeah.
Well, then I went back for 5 years.
You did.
I
Okay.
was there from 2001 to 2006.
I gotta ask, are you a Boca fan or a River Plate?
Racing Club de Avellaneda.
All right. So your dad comes and he's working any job. What were those jobs?
Oh, everything. He worked in an electronic store across from the Empire State Building.
Okay.
He used to put newspapers inside the New York Times machines.
Yeah.
Put a quarter
Oh,
in.
shit.
That was a big job back then.
Yeah.
That was a route for men.
So he had a route that went to all the bodegas selling scans, like
Candies, cigarettes, or something.
Campbell's, batteries, things
Okay.
like that. He had a factory that used to put clothes together for Hanes. And then he had a car accident because he wasn't sleeping enough. And
Oh,
his
boy.
leg got cut off.
Oh, boy.
How old was he?
At that time, he was probably late 30s. But they put these metal rods on the outside of the leg that connected to the bone, and then they connected the leg back together.
What
He's
the
okay.
hell?
He's played tennis and everything.
That's what year was that?
That was in probably 89 or 90.
What the hell kind of operation? $6 million man.
He was in bed for more than a year.
But he recovered. God bless him. And he's playing tennis.
Thank God.
Yeah. So move forward to that. How do you bring yourself then to pizza? And tell people what you do in pizza that's so popular.
All right, so let me go into how I got into pizza, and then we'll go into what Argentina pizza is. My parents divorced.
Right.
In 97, my dad moved back to Argentina. I went on a study abroad program to China through my school in upstate New York. And I came back and my mom said, why don't we go to the local pizzeria, buy a couple of dough balls. We got the pans, we stretch it out, put the toppings on it because I have friends coming over. Okay, no problem. Everybody loved the pizza. So then I'm like, because before that, my dad was the one that would make the pizza. So then from then on, I'm like, all right, instead of buying the dough ball, I'm just going to make the dough myself. And that's how it all started, from 1997. So
Just came up with a mix or looked it up in a recipe book or something?
no, like in 97, I asked somebody in Argentina, I asked my dad in Argentina.
How to make his dough.
Right.
Gotcha.
And it was direct dough, but with fresh yeast.
Okay.
Okay.
So in the beginning, I started out making pizza. A friend would say, hey, let's have a pizza party in my house. Okay, I'll be there in like an hour and a half, and I'll mix the dough there. We watch the game on TV. 2.5 hours later, we're eating the pizza.
Yeah.
Like very high yeast. Right?
You leave it get outside and all that, right?
Right, no refrigerator. It's just
Yeah.
put warm water to mix it, to get it
Get in
ready
where you
as
want to
fast
go.
as you can, right? And then I started to learn. So now I do cold ferment, multiple days. I use pre-ferment.
Very nice.
I made my own pre-ferment. It's a mixture of masa madre and all dough.
Yeah.
And basically I take half of what I have saved as the pre-ferment, and I mix it in my new dough. And from that new dough, I feed the other half and leave it in the refrigerator for a week. So over time, it builds flavor, and the amount of yeast that I have to use goes down more and more.
More and more each time, because it's just building itself up. That sounds good.
So Argentina style pizza is the immigration that came from Italy, right? When they came to New York, when they went to Connecticut, when they went to Detroit, Chicago, and everywhere else in the United States, it was mostly people from the south of Italy.
Correct.
Right? From Argentina, a lot more from the north of Italy went than from the south of Italy. So our pizza is based on focaccia.
Okay.
Even before they turned focaccia into pizza. We used to eat. I say we, but I'm talking about the 1880s, right? Faina, which is made out of chickpea. Now, in some regions of Italy, basically they eat the same thing. It's in a pan, water, panelle, but baked in the oven, right? And people cut that and eat it. And then somebody decided, once pizza was invented, or focaccia turned into pizza, to put it on top of pizza. Two separate things, but put them together.
Put them together.
So, somebody decided to put cheese on pizza, right?
Right.
But the mixture from Spanish and Italians, the Spanish people were telling the Italians, listen, this is Argentina, land of plentiful everything. You can't just put a couple of pieces of cheese. You gotta like grab the cheese and boom. Boom.
Argentina style.
Right.
Okay.
So when I make pizza, say I use a 500-gram dough ball.
Right.
What kind of cheeses are the cheese you're using?
So the cheese is still cow mozzarella. We call it mozzarella, but the cows are free roaming, grass,
Grass fed.
not fed. Like they eat the grass that they
Oh,
find.
they just whatever they're on.
So the cows have a much higher butterfat content in the milk. So our mozzarella is yellow, not white.
Correct.
People think when I get mozzarella from Argentina to make pizzas that I put butter in my crust, and I don't. It's the mozzarella.
Yeah, the
So in a
butterfat from the milk.
500-gram dough ball, how much mozzarella do you put on?
So on the competition pie that I made yesterday, it was a 533-gram dough ball, and I put 600 grams of cheese on it.
Holy fuck.
Wow. Whoa.
Shit.
And you're cooking that's flat or in a pan?
In a pan,
In a rectangle pan or square?
round.
Round. Oh, round. All right. Like a pan pizza.
Right.
Okay. And you made it in the competition yesterday?
Yes.
So are you putting panelle on there too?
I didn't do that because it's hard enough for judges to understand what pizza from Argentina is.
Correct.
I put it in your face and you're like, why the fuck does this have so much cheese? What the fuck is all these onions?
So the key factors in it is the Argentina mozzarella. Well, if it wasn't Argentina, you'd be putting the chickpea panelle.
No. That's two separate things that
That's two separate, yeah.
So joined together. Okay. And then what? A fried onion, a sautéed onion?
No, because it's a very long bake. The onions cook in the oven on top of the pot. The
Okay.
cheese is underneath.
And what else? Anything else in the pie or?
That's it. And then after, like, in Italy or in the United States, some pizzerias put basil as a garnish.
Right.
We put olives,
What, green olives?
green or black. In Argentina, they're pitted. So basically, you take the olive, you put in your mouth, you chew it, and you leave the pit in your mouth. You keep sucking on the pit to get all the flavor out, and when the flavor is out, spit it out.
That's it.
Like gum.
Yeah, like gum.
Yeah.
Like gum. That's wild.
That's
So
interesting.
this is the pizza you made here in the competition.
But I didn't put pit because I just don't want nobody choking.
Yeah, you don't want nobody choking. And green olive it was?
On this one, I used green olives. Yeah.
Green olives? A special kind of green olive pitted? Or just any kind of green olive pitted, or did you go to a special one specific?
When it's a competition like this, if you fly, you can't bring olives because they're in liquid. So it's basically whatever you can get.
So whatever you could find here,
Yeah.
you had to source it out and try to get to the closest way you
And
could.
the other thing that we put on pizza is each pizzeria has its own blend of chimichurri pisetto. It's not the same chimichurri as you put in barbecue. And I altered that because I got the recipe from my dad's pizzeria, which is in oil, but because I can't fly with it, I just have the dry mix.
And then you had to create it here.
And then the olive oil gets added here. But instead of doing it mixed, I just like sprinkle the herbs on top.
Interesting.
And then I use all the olive oil.
And it worked out the same way.
Right.
Actually,
then-
probably more flavorful.
And you won that with that yesterday?
No.
You just
the judges don't know what Argentina is.
so you
Most
presented
judges
it.
don't know.
Now do you have a pizzeria now existing?
No, I do events in other people's pizzerias.
What
So
is it?
tell us about it.
us about this. Let's hear it. What's the
Right.
name of the company?
Pizza Clandestina
Pizza Clandestine.
And how did they find you?
on Instagram.
Okay.
So I used Pizza Clandestina as a name because I started selling out of my house. Then I moved to breweries, and now I'm in other people's pizzerias or restaurants.
You have a truck, food truck?
No, New York, you gotta be a veteran. It's
Okay.
It's impossible to get a
But you
license.
go to breweries and set up an oven.
I did back then. Now I just go into restaurants. And I make my pizzas on a slow night. The restaurant has appetizers, they have dessert, they have drinks. So they end up making as much money as a Friday night or a Saturday night on a slow night just from these three things, and the pizza money goes to me. They still sell their full menu.
But that's a no-brainer.
Right.
They're
so it's a
making money as
win-win
well.
for
Yeah, it's a
everybody.
win-win for everybody. And you're getting, you're almost, what do they call those? Pop-up kitchen? You're
A
creating a
pop-up, some people call it, I call it a collab, some people call it a takeover.
collab. Yes.
And everybody's happy. I'm happy because I got the pizza money. People tried my pizza.
You're living in New York?
Yeah, in Queens.
In Queens, so you operate out of Queens there and all that?
Yeah, but then in the summer, I work in a school with special needs kids. So I take the summer off and I go on a road trip and I go to different cities in the United States and I do events once or twice a week in different states.
Wow.
Very
Like this
nice.
summer I almost put 10,000 miles on my car.
Holy
Last
shit.
summer I put more than 10,000 miles on my car.
And that's very successful. You know the places that you want to go?
Success to me is people trying or learning about Argentina-style pizza that they never knew about. I'm like an ambassador of my culture,
Of your culture's pizza.
through pizza to everyone.
And how many years now you've been doing it like this?
Well, I started selling out of my house in
Let me guess, 2020 COVID.
19.
19?
Okay.
19. Yeah, 19. And then started out of my house. Then out of my house, I went to the breweries and then collabs in people's pizzas.
Any employees you have working for you? Any help?
That's one of the greatest thing about working in other people's pizzerias. I bring my pans, my ingredients. They supply everything else. So I'm using their
When
equipment.
you do it, when you go to
their
a place
oven,
like that, are you using a mixer at your house, or you do?
their mixer.
So you're planning this days before you get your dough prep.
Days before, making the dough 5 days before. So people have to, I say when the event is going to be.
And you plan everything accordingly.
Right, so then I cut off, the day that I make the dough is when I cut off the reservations. Because I'm going to buy exactly what I need for that event. Because I'm not doing events that often.
Oh.
And I don't want to have that waste.
Right.
So then I make that amount of pizzas plus some more to feed the crew, you know, and some people that,
When you do these events, what, 100 pies?
it depends. If they're personal pies, when I traveled in Colorado, I did 99 pies.
Good.
Oh, wow.
In Indiana, I did 90 pies. Some
For
places
a
I only did
pop-up
14 pies.
Pop up like that, that's excellent.
Yeah.
That's money. I mean, the expenses, you collabed, and that's it. Well, what is your plans for the future?
So my plan is to be able to do an event in every state of the United States.
Wow.
So next year,
And have it planned that you're doing this?
right.
And then, so that's going to be your job. You're going to get out of the teaching or what?
No. That's going to be every summer
Okay.
during summer vacation.
And then during the winter, when you have the kids, you're just doing it in people's homes.
No. In pizzerias, and if I have, I can do it in states near New York, so I can go and come back. you
Okay,
know,
okay.
But then I'll bring the dough with me.
Pennsylvania, New Jersey,
Right.
Connecticut.
Right.
Well, it
Delaware.
sounds like a great story, huh?
It does.
It really does.
Please tell our viewers again how
So
they
how
find
they
you.
can reach out to you. What's your
Instagram.
website?
OG_Papafern. That's where I will teach. That's where I show people how to make the pizzas and what it is.
Repeat that again.
OG_Papafern.
Papafern.
PAPAFERN. And then for my pop-ups, it's Pizza Clandestina. It's clandestine, but an A at the end.
All right, you heard it. Listen, I'm glad we got to run into you today and tell us little pieces of story about.
Allentown, PA.
Yeah.
Last summer I did
this-
one in Erie, PA. That's too far.
You have
from
two
me.
of them,
Man,
right?
he's always-
La Pizzeria Clandestina and both?
That's me? Yeah.
So it's both, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm following you already. All right, great.
Nice.
Okay.
Clandestina is my pop-up events.
And then we'll do that. So we'll follow, yes. And then when this comes out, I'll message you.
He'll send
Yeah.
it to you on Instagram. Now, well,
Tag
listen.
me as a collaborator.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Pleasure.
Fernando, pleasure.
Thank you.
Same here.
Pleasure.
PizzaFellas Podcast 2025 Pizza Summit, Orlando, Florida. That's an out, baby. We're done.